So on this week's episode of Be More Super, the podcast, we've got a great, not one, but two guests from a wonderful show, Warrior Nun on Netflix, which, can I just say, number one, globally, is an absolute massive achievement. And we've got two lovely stars. We've got Toya Turner and Lorena Andrea. How are you?
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really great.
Excellent. So we've got Toya in lovely Los Angeles. And Lorena, where are you currently based?
Currently, I'm based in London, but I'm in Spain right now.
Are you? So the weather nice,
Yeah.
I presume?
Yes, very hot.
You'd like to know that it's very hot in the UK as well today. So I think we've got a bit of Spanish weather here. But congratulations on the show. Globally, it's been received amazingly. And it's just an amazing show. And I am 110% sure that we'll get a season 2. And it's just a case of waiting. I tried to get it off Simon. I tried to say, come on, scratch your ear if we're going to get a season 2 to give me a little clue. And he didn't let anything slip, which, I was a bit disappointed at.
That's why he's not nice. That's it right there.
What's that?
Right? That's why he's not nice, because he didn't let it slip. Should have told you.
So how's it been for both of you? So Toya, you play Shotgun Mary, which I've got to say is probably one of the toughest and scariest characters I've ever seen. Definitely a female I would not mess with at all. And Lorena, you play the lovely sister Lilith. I'm saying lovely because I'm hoping that she is lovely by the end of it, because I was a bit confused with the character arc and what to think. And it was just a great character arc. How's it been after the release of Warrior Nun for you both?
Life has completely changed for sure. It's wild to see all of my dreams coming true, like right before my eyes. I've wanted this so long and so bad. So it's a lot of happy tears, which I love. So
excellent.
Yeah. Definitely. I think, it's just a massive dream for me. And it's also like just a huge achievement, because I've just been working so hard for so many years, and now I'm like, wow, okay, this is just all my work and everything behind me just leading up to this moment. So it's an incredible feeling. Yeah.
That's awesome. And let's start with Toya's character, Shotgun Mary. She's a tough character in the show. Are you really that tough in real life?
Man, I like to think I am, but I don't. I mean, having 6 brothers definitely has toughened me up a bit, but I think I'm a big softie inside. I think Shotgun Mary is a big softie inside. Yeah, it's really deep in there. You gotta dig really deep. But no, she's too badass for me. Never.
And what was the best part of playing Shotgun Mary?
The guns. Having the shotguns, for sure. That was really great. And I've grown up watching action films, and I've always wanted to do it. So the fight sequences and the choreography was learning that and having it be this fun challenge. It was amazing.
Excellent. And Lorena, your character, sister Lilith, at the beginning, she was a character that you sort of didn't really shine to. It was sort of like you didn't really like her because obviously she thought that she was owed something. And then obviously she sacrifices herself to save Ava. And then she comes back and you get a bit confused on what side of the fence that she's on. How was it like playing Lilith? Because you start off quite straight, and then you get a manicure in the second half.
Yeah. Wow. I think it's every actor's dream to kind of play a character that has such a huge evolution and is so complex, and that you're really just picking out the pieces and uncovering those layers. And Lilith had all of that, you know, just this very complex personality and this history, and being put in the situation. I think she surprised herself a lot, definitely in this season, and because she evolved so much. So she really changed from, you know, she's a completely different person at the beginning of the season and then right at the end. So I mean, it's exciting to play a character like that. That's just, I just think that's something everybody looks for, really, every actor when they're looking at a character like that. So it's been an honor to be able to portray her. I mean, yeah.
And
Let's
it's
see, figuring things out. She's
yeah.
She's figuring it out. The audience are also figuring out what's going on. Trust me, she's there with you guys. So.
Excellent. And it's so refreshing to see a lead of such strong females, because you know for a long time it's all been about the men, and the women are portrayed as these damsels in distress, and they've got to be saved by men. And me being a father of two little girls, it's quite nice to see a lot of female characters now coming forwards that are very strong, and they're good role models. You know, how important is it, do you think, to have characters like this on our screens?
I mean, thinking back to being like a little girl, and the characters that I saw and the people that inspired me, like if I was to be able to just go on my Netflix and see these, you know, really diverse group of female warriors all fighting, and, you know, obviously they're portrayed this way all the time, but this is, you know, women, and they're not superheroes, they're ordinary women doing superhero things.
Yeah.
So that's just inspiring.
Yeah.
I know.
It's very.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know for me, especially like the sci-fi fantasy action genre, it was slim pickings for women, and especially Black women. But I would have loved to have seen like Angela Bassett lead an action film. You know what I mean? Regina King to lead an action film, which we just got seeing her with Watchmen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I which means the world to me. Even seeing her, the Watchmen poster while I was shooting Shotgun Mary, it just took my breath away. So, yeah.
And let's talk about the action, because the action is unbelievable in it. You know, I saw on Instagram that you went through training. Was that hard training, or was it a case of a couple of hours a day, or was it really, really hard training?
A couple hours a day is not a little.
It was a couple hours a day, and it was hard training.
Wow. I mean, even like 30 minutes of training is a lot of training. Yeah.
Is it really? I mean,
Yeah.
what sort of things did you have to do for the training? Because I saw on Instagram you did the drills with the gun. To be fair though, if I had to do that for 30 minutes, I think I'll be, you know, laying down for a long time. But what sort of things did you have to go through? Because the action in the show is immense.
For me, it was the video that you saw was us doing tactical team training. We did weapons training, of course. Me having to actually hold the real shotguns in both hands, which is really hard because I've shot guns before, but it's one hand on one weapon. So that was hard. And then also training, doing a little bit of training on the motorcycle, and boxing, Muay Thai, MMA fighting style and things like that. Yeah. So it was like a PE all over again.
And did you like the person that was training you, or did you end up not liking that person?
Oh yeah, I did like him. He was like a big bear, Nacho. He was great.
Yeah, he was big.
And did you do all your own stunts during the show?
No.
No?
No, I wish I could take all the credit. No, definitely Leva Richardson she was just great. She definitely, if you see Shotgun Mary getting thrown into anything, it's her.
Right.
Yeah, and then I'm not an expert on the motorcycle just yet, so I had a motorcycle stunt coordinator as well. So
And they
yeah,
did it fantastic because you couldn't tell. So that's
good.
brilliant. To be honest, you could have turned around and said, yeah, I did all my own stunts.
I could never.
I was riding that bike and you wouldn't know. But Lorena, you do quite a few of your own stunts in previous work. Did you do a lot of your stunts in this?
I tried to do as much as I could, but things like, you know, throwing Shotgun Mary into the glass, that wasn't me. Getting tossed in the sea, and I mean, there was quite a few things that I didn't do, but I tried to do as much as I can because I do have that background. But I mean, our stunt doubles are just incredible. It's like, you know, do it.
Leave it to the professionals.
Yes,
And
exactly.
we tried to do everything. We tried to do as much as possible. Like, come on, we can do it. But yeah, they were like, you're not getting thrown into anything. Are you crazy?
To be fair, if they're your stunt doubles, you could have just swapped, surely.
And Lily would have loved that. She would have loved to like.
Yeah, you know what? I can imagine you getting injured and then having to stop filming isn't going to be a good tick against you. But you filmed in Spain, lovely Spain. How was that? Because you know everyone's asking why did they choose Spain, but it was just such beautiful scenery and locations. But how was it with a group of ladies in Spain? Did you have a good time?
I did. I had
Yeah.
a really great time, and most of the good times that I have to kind of like credit Lorena for it. She was like, you know, she was my guide, she was my friend, she was my sister. So yeah, she made it worthwhile for sure.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
do you live now, Lorena, in Spain, or is that your second home?
No, I'm just here on holiday. I actually live half the year in LA, but I am half Spanish.
Yep.
So I know the language, like I'm familiar with the culture. So although this is a different part of Spain to where I'm from, but so that was really cool to discover this side of Spain, definitely.
And was it quite nice when you got the role to know that it was going to be shot in Spain, so you can go and visit?
How cold it is in London in February. I was like, yeah, bye.
I was in Chicago at the time in February. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Get me out of here, please. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So going hopefully into season 2, because it would be absolute madness not to get one. And I think everyone's, you know, holding on to hear the news any, fingers crossed, any day now. Where would you like your characters to go? Because obviously Toya, Shotgun Mary is being cuddled by lots of demons. You know, I think they're very misunderstood. I think they just want to give you a cuddle. But but you know, you're alive. You're alive. I know that you're alive. I'm holding out that you're alive. So, and obviously, Lorena, you know, you've now got these new powers. Where would you like your character to go if you had a choice into season 2?
Oh.
Maybe give Mr. Barry some ideas.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Lilith kind of balances the dark and the light. Definitely, she, you know, she's been to the other side. She has knowledge now, to see how she incorporates that and how she helps the OCS and how they team up, and you know, where she is going to navigate her powers and her strengths. I'm interested to see all of that. So
yeah,
I don't know on specifics, but yeah, she's really going to come into her power. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, because we only discover a bit of her power. You know, she could be doing a lot more. And I think at the end, you know, you're undecided if she's good or bad, but you know, but I think that taking a stand with the other sisters, I think is a good sign. And what about Shotgun Mary? What do you reckon for her for season 2?
Yeah. Well, first I want her to be alive. That's first. um, Second, it's interesting because I was thinking about like, what if she's possessed now? Like, what if Adriel has her under his control? I
Right?
was
Yeah.
like, what would that be like? Also, I don't know. Like, yeah, I would love to see how they are. All the girls, really, how they are now that they can't really trust the church. Are they gonna go like rogue? Are they gonna be their own group of 5? And what does that look like with them being out in the world and on their own? And now do they get to dress themselves? Do they get to strip the gear? You know, I don't know.
And
I've
of
done.
course, what they do to Father Vincent as well. You know,
Oh, I'm
because
fucking him up on site. I forgot that. I'm sorry. I'm fucking him up on site. Yeah.
because in all
Yeah.
fairness, you start off thinking, you know, someone, you know, Father Vincent's really nice, and then obviously, you know, it just switches. It all switches over, and you're like, what the hell? And you know, episode 10, I've got to say, the ending is probably the best ending of any series I've ever watched. You know, so kudos to you guys and Simon Barry. So in a group of sisters, you know, I presume you all got together before filming started. In a big group of people, you always get the goofy one, you always get the bossy one, you always get the troublemaker. In your group, who's who? Or are you all just perfect?
And this is out of the Sister Warriors?
No, you like
Oh, out
your
of us too.
yeah, no, the cast, you know,
The cat.
sisterhood, yeah,
Sisterhood. Oh, who's the funny one?
yeah.
You,
I-
Toya,
No way.
you're the funny one.
I'm the funny one?
Yes.
I don't know. I think Alba's the funny one. Because she, especially when we would have like a lot of bloopers, a lot of the bloopers are hers.
Okay.
Like she has like at least 50 bloopers that we could probably go through. Yeah. Yeah.
I had really serious scenes, so I don't know.
Yeah, Emilio made us laugh too.
Oh, Amelia.
JC, he was funny.
He's really
He
funny.
probably doesn't think he's funny, but he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Who's bossy?
Everybody kind of did their own thing. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
was bossy.
Anyone was like bossy, yeah. No, and who was the other one? Funny, bossy, and
The troublemaker, the one that was always up to mischief.
okay, nah, maybe it was Alba. Sorry, I'll take funny and I'll give mischief to Alba for sure, for sure.
Oh dear, oh dear. Do you know what? I noticed that on Twitter you did a live feed on Wednesday night, and I missed it.
Oh, Warrior Nun Wednesday.
Yeah.
Join me.
Yeah,
What
don't
is
even
it every
worry about
week?
Yeah, we're making it a thing till we get to the
Oh,
end
what?
of the show. Yeah.
That is
So episode-
awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We're gonna try to see if we can do different times and stuff so everyone can enjoy, you know?
Right,
So-
I'll spread the word on that. That is awesome. So when we talk about the table read, I saw a picture of that as well, and you're all around the table. How did the first read of the script go?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a light, fun, like energy in the room. We had a really good time that day. And
A lot of
what was it?
a lot of emotion. Like everybody was, you know, it was also very overwhelming, and it was the first time we all heard it, and everybody was just really kind of emotional, and there was a lot of hugs and just a lot of love, really, a love for this project.
Yeah, it was one of the few times that that we were all together. I think that was the only time that the entire cast was together that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
And after the table read, and you started filming, did you have any input yourself on your actual characters?
Yeah, for me, there was a lot of dialogue in there, and they kind of let me, they allowed me to talk about some things and change some things. There was a lot of like British slang in my character, and so they had me saying like "bugger off," and people just kept laughing at me because I guess Americans, they've never heard, British people have never really heard Americans say bugger off. And they just thought it was really funny. Yeah, so I had to change up a couple of lines and improv and make it, make it sound more me.
Mhm.
Awesome. So both of you, when starting out in the industry, did anybody give you any good advice that you take with you to this day?
Oh.
A lot of good advice. Something that really stuck with me was like my first acting teacher, and she just said the only failure is to never to have tried. I think that's how she said it. Yeah. So she was like, try, because even if you think you're gonna fail, just try and see, because you just never know how it's gonna work out. And I think you just have to be positive and optimistic, and just try not to like overthink things.
Yeah.
So I think, and yeah, that's great.
And Toya, and any advice from you?
There have been two things that have stuck out to me. One was, I hope that's okay. I know you said one thing, but the first thing is when I was at school at Bada, I was doing this classical piece. I was doing like Romeo and Juliet, and my teacher stopped me. He said, "No, I don't want to see how you think we do Shakespeare. I want to see Toya from the South Side of Chicago do Shakespeare." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then that kind of changed everything for me. Who am I to show up to London and I'm trying to do it the British way. You know what I mean? But yeah, he checked me really quickly, and I would have to say Jet Wilkinson, director and executive producer. I went up to her and I was thanking her for changing my life, and she said, "No, you did it. You did it." And she's just, that was just awesome. Just actors can feel so powerless sometimes. So it's nice to hear that, you do have control, you have power over your journey. So felt good.
That's awesome advice. When I was speaking with Alba, I spoke to her about social media, because now that your faces are global, and it's been like literally catapulted. Have you seen a change in your social media accounts, and are you changing the way that you address your media accounts? Like the stuff that you put on there, and stuff like that.
Well, it definitely has changed in the past week or so, for sure. I think I started out with like 1,400 followers, and now it's like up to 14,000.
Wow.
So that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not. The only difference is now I have work to post. That's pretty much the only thing, but I'm definitely trying to make sure that Toya Turner's own voice still stays through, and that it's not just the Shotgun Mary page. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, of course.
yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that people are getting to know me as well as I promote the work. So I'm on there more now too. I think I was off for like 2 years.
2 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about you, Lorena?
I'm coming back on social media. I kind of took a step back for a little while, but now again, like followers have gone up. A lot of like really nice messages from the fans, a lot of support, and it's just knowing how much you've kind of changed people's lives. It's definitely encouraged me to just get back on there and really just start sharing myself a little bit more with the world. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Massive things to come. So while we're all watching and enjoying Warrior Nun, are you guys planning work in the future? Are you, because obviously with the lockdown and everything like that, things have got a bit quiet, but there's news that crews are going back to work. What are you guys up to at the moment, work-wise?
Oh. I was working on a film before we went into lockdown. I'd done 2 months of rehearsal. This was in London. And then production got shut down. So we're just hoping for it to come back soon. Yeah, I can't say what it is just yet, but it's
Oh,
really
you can't say.
exciting.
Do you know what? This is weird. This is where right. Okay. So, Toya, shall we play a game and try and work out what film it is?
No, you'll get in trouble. No.
Trust me, if she could talk about it, she would tell you.
Okay. Wonderful.
Talk about it.
Oh, these darn NDAs, they ruin it for everyone. And so when is that slated to be released yet? Is it been given a date or anything? Or is it a case of it's still being made and there's date to be confirmed?
I mean, I think 2000, maybe even 2022 at this point. Right. Yeah, it might be a while, but yeah, hopefully I can talk about it soon. I'm dying to.
Okay. Do you know what? I won't press you for anything from it, but obviously, if it's being filmed in London, I'm sure people can search on films being made in London at the moment. maybe give it, but who knows? We're looking forward to it. And Toya, anything in the pipeline for yourselves?
I'm actually writing a feature film right now about Black vampires in Chicago. So
what? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? Vampire movies are like one of my favorite. It's something about vampires. I don't know what it is.
What's your favorite one?
To be fair, my favorite movie is John Carpenter's Vampires. Going back to who's in it? I forgot his name now. James Wood. I don't like the person personally because he's a bit of a nut job apparently. But as a film, it's wonderful, and the concept of the story I think is fantastic. But there's loads, and obviously, you've got Van Helsing that is out at the moment. Season 4. There's so many vampire movies. True Blood was an amazing series that was out as well.
Lost Boys, Vampire.
Do you know what? I have met Kiefer Sutherland twice now, and I've been to see him in concert, and he's just an amazing singer, amazing musician as well. Yeah.
Listen to this.
Yeah. So on Spotify, put in Kiefer Sutherland, absolutely amazing. But yeah, Lost Boys, brilliant film.
I could go all day. I love vampire stories. They're so good.
So is it a scary film? Is it going to be, a proper like full out sort of scary, or is it going to be, a funny film? Or is it going to be, an origin story for vampires?
Yeah, I think it'll definitely have like the light moments.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to make it as gory and disgusting as possible. Yes.
Excellent. Yes. That sounds amazing. We'll look forward to that. And as we close up this wonderful interview with you two lovely ladies, why should people watch Warrior Nun? If you had to pitch it to someone and make all these people under the rocks come out and watch it and keep it at number 1 further, how would you describe the show? Either one.
A little bit of everything. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I'm going to say you've never seen anything like it.
Period.
That's it.
Period. It has a little bit of humor. It has amazing talent. I mean, they're beautiful. Come on, look at her. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're having a lot of fun. We're kicking a lot of ass. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what? There is nothing perfect than seeing strong females beating up everyone, and yet it's scary at the same time. But do you know what? I hope my girls grow up to have the same stuff as Shotgun Mary, and
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Let boys, they can wait, or girls, whichever, can wait till they're older, but they're not going to take any nonsense from anyone. I will teach them the ways. But thank you so much for spending the time with me on the show, and all the best. And fingers crossed, we get a season 2, and
Yes.
yeah, there'll be celebrations in the streets, I'm sure. So look after yourself, keep safe,
Oh, yeah.
Thank
and
you.
keep healthy.
Yes, thank you so much. Till next time.
Yes.